Today we are going to be converting a fraction into a decimal. Now to do this, we simply divide the numerator by the denominator. And we can use long division if we need to do that. There's two vocabulary words you need to know. If a decimal has a fixed number of digits, then the decimal is said to be terminating. But if a decimal continues forever by repeating a string of digits, then the decimal is said to be repeating. For example, so here we have 5/6. The top number is the numerator. The bottom number is the denominator. Now, to convert this fraction into a decimal, we are going to simply divide using long division. So we're going to take 5 and divide it by 6. So since 5 does not divide evenly by 6, we're going to put a 0 here and a decimal. Okay? And then we're going to add a 0. So 6 goes into 50 how many times? 8. Because 8 times 6 is 48. And we subtract. We're going to borrow a 1 from this 5 to make this a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. And then here we are remaining with 0, but there's no need to write it down. So since 2 cannot go into 6 evenly, we're going to add a 0. So what is 20 divided by 6? It's 3. Why? Because 6 times 3 is 18. When we subtract, we get a 2. We add a 0. 20 divided by 6 again is 3. What is 3 times 6? 18. Subtract. And we get a 2 as a remainder. So as you can see, even if we continue to solving this problem endlessly, it would continue to repeat itself. It will be 0.833333. So when we get something like this, we call it a repeating decimal. So a repeating decimal is one that does not have a fixed number of digits, but it keeps repeating a string of digits. And that's why we call it repeating. So 5/6 is equal to 0.833 as a decimal, and it's repeating. Now let's do an example of one that is going to be a terminating fraction. So for example, let's see, we want to convert 2/5. If we do long division, we're going to take 2 divided by 5. 2 divided by 5 doesn't go in, so we write a 0 and bring the 0 here. What is 20 divided by 5? It's 4. What is 5 times 4? It's 20. And the remainder is 0. So this fraction is considered to be terminating. Why? Because we got a fixed number of digits. This is repeating because we don't have a fixed number of digits. It keeps repeating itself endlessly. Okay, let's try another one that is repeating. Let's say 2/3. If we do long division, we have 2 divided by 3. 2 divided by 3 doesn't work, so we write a 0 and put a 0 here. What is 20 divided by 3? Now that's going to be 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Subtract, we get a 2. Add a 0, another 6. So as you can see, this is going to be a repeating decimal. Now we're going to try another one that will be terminating. how about a half? So if we take 1 divided by 2, 2 divided by 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. What is 5 times 2? It's 10. There's no remainder. Remainder is 0. So half is equal to 0.5, and it's a terminating decimal. So I hope you understand the difference now between a terminating decimal and a repeating decimal. And I hope you have learned how to convert a fraction to a decimal. If you have any questions, leave me comments. Let me know what you think. My channel is dedicated to teaching you math, but I'll be also throwing in a few things here and there. Like if I find a good recipe, I'll do that. If I run some kind of program and I feel like I need to share, or throw in there, but mostly it's going to be math. So I hope you enjoy, and please leave me comments, questions, whatever. Thank you.